Louie-Vision here. Just like to go ahead and mention ahead of time that these are all tobacco products. Well, this right here, this is herbal. First of all, let me just say, loved the fucking movie. Very awesome. I have to say this is probably my third favorite Marvel movie so far. Number one would have to be the first Iron Man. I know not a lot of action. It's actually one of the reasons why I liked it. I don't know. That movie had more of an emotional impact. I thought it was more intimate. You know, I like the characters. I thought it had the best looking Iron Man suit. You know, why did they get rid of those cool sound effects that made Iron Man, more badass, I guess. And they even altered his voice a bit that I thought sounded, like I imagined Iron Man would sound. But now it's just Robert Downey Jr. talking. Second favorite is Guardians of the Galaxy. Geez, man, I thought they did sci-fi fantasy better than Star Wars Force Awakens, but I'll save that for another time. And that would make Civil War my number 3. I liked it better than the Avengers movies and fucking Winter Soldier. Big statement. I have to say that was my favorite interpretation of Spider-Man. Don't know if that was my favorite Spidey outfit. I don't know, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man outfit just kind of looked more badass. Can you hear that? My neighbor's cat. You probably can't hear that. Maybe the camera can. His Spider-Man suit in this was kind of made out of Superman's cape material, like velvet kind of shit, I like the fact that it was Tony who designed his Spider-Man outfit. Oh shit, should probably say spoilers. This is a spoiler-filled review. I know a lot of reviews, they won't spoil a movie. I'm going to spoil it. I don't know how to review this movie without spoiling it. I didn't put, I'm still fresh off this movie, so, I haven't taken the time to sort my opinions and ideas into spoiler-free and non-spoiler-free. So, fuck that. I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing that Aunt May is hot in this one. I don't know, I think it makes Peter Parker more relatable. I don't have a problem with seeing old ladies on screen. There should be more. I don't know why youth today would have a problem with that. I don't. But I'll bet you there are a lot of people living with their younger looking aunt, more so than there are people living with their grandparents or whoever. They actually got a high school kid playing him. It's not some guy in his early 20s in high school. Probably the best interpretation of Spider-Man, but just like to be clear, not necessarily the best Spider-Man movie. I'm looking forward to seeing Homecoming, though. I bet that's going to be fucking killer. But yeah, I really liked Spider-Man 2. Oh, and can I just say, a lot of people's complaints towards Spider-Man 3. We're going pretty far back now, but a lot of people didn't like the fact that they tried to work in too many characters. They couldn't fucking make that work. This movie makes that work. And ever since Spider-Man 3, that's always been a constant fear I've noticed. People are legitimately concerned when a superhero movie tries to work in too many characters. Have you noticed this? And I don't think that was an issue before Spider-Man 3 came out. I think people more so had an issue with movies not having enough cool characters from the comics. I know that was a problem with the X-Men movies. It's like, what? You have that character, you have all these other awesome characters to choose from. But they made it work. They made it work in Civil War. So I think Spider-Man 3 failed for other reasons. Okay, I think we're all pretty confident as to what those reasons are. Let's not get back into it. Let's not rehash old memories, but it was just poorly executed. So many things poorly executed. Oh, not this movie, though. I saw a lot of memes kind of referencing or making jokes about how many quippy kind of characters there are going to be in Civil War. And it's like, you got Iron Man, you got fucking Spider-Man, now you got Ant-Man coming in. Like, these are some sarcastic, funny, quippy guys all in the same room. But they did a good job balancing it out. And I think they played off each other really well. Their personalities were different enough. And they were funny and quirky in their own specific ways, their own unique ways. Ant-Man becoming Giant Man was fucking cool. I like the fact that they made him kind of slow motion. It doesn't really move slow motion in the cartoons whenever you see Giant Man, but nonetheless, made everyone else seem more insect-like. Which is ironic, considering Ant-Man was the giant one. I really thought Red Hulk was going to make an appearance, but he does not. Neither does the original Hulk. And I don't know if any of y'all remember, but they when they announced the cast, and it's like, oh fuck, look at all these people and characters who are going to be in this movie, and Hulk was one of them. But he did not make an appearance. Neither did Thor. And the red vial at the beginning, I thought that was Bruce Banner's blood, and that when Captain America and the good guys finally got a hold of it and confiscated it, I thought, shit, what is his name? He's a senator now. He was the villain in the Hulk movies. Shit. Anyways, you guys know who I'm talking about. The guy with the white mustache who's trying to pass the Sokovia thing. Anyways, I thought he was going to get a hold of that vial and become Red Hulk, but they didn't go that route. It was just some random biological weapon. Oh well. So they didn't really keep too much hidden. There weren't, that's a problem a lot of trailers have, is that it'll show a lot. And there were a few surprises, though. Marvel did a better job of keeping that shit under wraps than, say, Batman versus Superman. I mean, trailers for that movie were basically just summed up versions of it. Giant Man was a surprise. I was hoping Red Hulk would be a surprise. He was not. They could have kept Spider-Man secret, but oh well. A lot of people got excited when they saw him in the trailer. He was in the movie for more than I thought, which was nice. He had a nice couple of scenes, not just a cameo. There we are. Let's make things a bit more festive. Middle of spring, why not? Favorite moments. I personally love the times Tony lost his cool. Going back to Spider-Man 3, it's like before I went in to see that movie, I was looking forward, believe it or not, to Spider-Man having the black suit on and being, evil and shit, seeing him do badassery. But as we all know, we didn't get too much of that, but we got a lot of that with Tony here. And I loved the part where he shoots Falcon in the chest. I loved it at the end where Captain no, dude, it wasn't him. And Iron Man's just I don't care. He killed my mom. I thought Vision was pretty cool. We got to see more of his powers. Black Panther was really cool. I would have liked to have seen just a bit more of him. The fact that he was bulletproof was really cool. And the claw thing, initially I thought would be hard to make look cool. They did a good job. Cat's paw. Tiger claw. If you know that reference, you're awesome. I'll go ahead and tell you Jet Li's Fearless. Everyone in this movie plays their character really well, but can I just say I really liked the Winter Soldier's performance in this movie. Bucky's performance, I don't even know the actor's name. I thought Bucky was good in this movie. He seemed like a realistic person. You have all these fantastical characters, whereas Bucky was just kind of there dealing with the situation, I thought, in a very human way, and he pulled it off. Any of you guys remember the Frank Grimes episode of The Simpsons? I didn't like it too much when I was younger. I really like it now. It's like if a real person had come into The Simpsons. He's noticing all this shit, and it's I work my ass off. You do nothing. Oh man, I wish I could quote it verbatim. This whole town is insane. Insane. It was cool because it was like having an actual person be in the Simpsons world. And Bucky, to me, was the Frank Grimes of Civil War. He's just this real dude, and he's shit. And he's just dealing with all this fucking craziness that's being tossed at him. I thought he was cool. Having said that, I'm Team Iron Man. I was Team Iron Man before seeing the movie. Still am. And it's funny, one of the reasons why I became Team Iron Man was a Robert Downey Jr. quote. Not an Iron Man quote, a quote by the actor that has since become a meme. Maybe some of you are familiar with it. It goes, listen, smile, agree, and then do whatever the fuck you were gonna do anyway. And it's that makes sense to me, and when you think about it, it's exactly what Tony Stark wound up doing in the movie anyways. Yeah, he signed the Accord, but right at the beginning of the third act, he's I'm gonna go do this thing off the books, okay? Fuck the Accord, and he's just he's working with Falcon. He's keeping stuff from Red Hulk. I'm going to refer to him as Red Hulk from now on. And it's Captain, you Boy Scout, two-dimensional thinker. Just, smile, agree, sign the Accord, and go save Bucky like you were going to do anyway. Jesus. How much grief would that have saved you? And can I just say that the captain was too emotionally close to the situation. He got way too involved. Iron Man was taking a logical, intelligent approach to the situation, whereas Captain America is trying to save his, albeit brainwashed, murdering friend. And it's like the whole time he's trying to help him out. It's like that one part where he nearly kills someone, and Captain America grabs the guy before he could fall down the staircase, or the center of the staircase, and he's like, the stairwell. There we go. And he's like, "Come on, man, stop almost killing people. This is fucked up. Why?" He's my friend. I know, buddy, but all it took was a vengeful civilian to steal a book and read 10 words to set this guy off again. It's like, come on. And it's like, if this kind of shit, applied to the real world, if there were actually super beings out there, fighting crime and shit, people would, legitimately be concerned, who's watching the Watchmen, and I think in real life, yeah, we would want there to be laws and restrictions put in place. It's like we don't think, but then we don't apply the same logic to the movie. It's like in this movie universe, no, I have a different opinion. A good Batman quote is, "It's not what's underneath that defines me." How does it go? "It's not what's underneath, but what I do that defines me." And another quote I actually like is from the Netflix series BoJack Horseman. The girl. I wish I knew the show well enough to know her name. Anyways, the girl character says at one point, "I kind of don't believe in that deep down, you're really a good person deep down kind of stuff. I kind of think that we're all just the accumulation of our actions." She says something like that. We're all just a summary of our actions. So, you're saying murder's wrong, but it's okay for Iron Man to kill the Winter Soldier. Okay, well, murder is wrong. The reason I'm okay with it is I think we all would have reacted in that situation the same fucking way, and I think it was totally understandable. Like, if you have a problem with Iron Man wanting to kill the Winter Soldier after seeing that shit and finding that shit out, then you would also have to have a problem with Batman, because can we all just remember from Batman Begins when he attempted to kill the mugger who murdered his parents, but he couldn't do it because someone else beat him to the punch. That was it. And Iron Man tried to kill Winter Soldier, couldn't do it. You have a problem with that, you have a problem with Batman. Batman fucking thought about doing it for years and years, though. It wasn't like impulsive. That seems worse. He contemplated that shit for a while. And he ultimately decided not to kill Winter Soldier. Okay? Let's make that clear. Okay? Like the part where Captain America slams his shield down on Tony's arc reactor, that was symbolic and a lot of stuff, but it didn't It didn't disable Tony. If you pay attention to the scene, his suit was still working. It was still active. He was fine. But a lot of the times when you watch a scene, you have to pay attention to what's not being said. You have to read between the lines, so to speak. And the kind of impression I was getting from that scene was Captain America basically going, all right, stop this fucking dumb shit. Fucking enough, basically. And Captain America was basically, all right, fine, fine. Give me my fucking dad's shield. It's not yours, it's mine. Fuck off. And that's kind of how I interpreted that scene going. Because I think he totally was fully capable of continuing the fight. But he didn't. And I guess you could say ultimately Captain America, ultimately saved the day. Bucky got put on ice again, and they're going to hope that they can one day rehabilitate him instead of murdering him in cold blood like Tony wanted to. It all worked out in that sense, but was it worth it? Like, come on. Try and kill the guy who killed your parents. I said that wrong. Let me say that again. Try and shoot Tony Stark in the face. Nobody bats an eye. Try and kill the guy who murdered your parents. Everyone loses their minds. Like, how many people could Winter Soldier have potentially taken out? How many people did he take out? I don't think he killed anyone while that nerd busted in and read from a book to get him to kill again. I don't think he murdered anyone in that time span, but he totally could have again. This guy is just as much of a threat to people as, any other serial killer, really, or mass murderer. And he even, admits that at the end. He's like, I can't control what's going on in my head. I want you guys to put me on ice. Would it have been worth it if he had shot Tony in the face, Cap? Or killed Black Widow? You managed to save your buddy. But some people got killed in the process. Would that have made it worth it? Star Trek Into Darkness. You're using blind luck to justify nearly getting your friends killed, Captain. You're emotionally involved with your friend. You're too emotionally close to the situation. I was happy to see Black Widow finally doing the double agent thing. Like, I was just waiting for her to betray somebody. That's usually like the first thing she does whenever she's introduced in the comics or a TV series. It's like, Black Widow, part of the Avengers. It's like, oh shit, she's working for the bad guys. Oh shit, she was really working for us the whole time. They played it safe. They want people to like Black Widow. I think. I don't know. They could have. I like the edgy comic book Black Widow in this movie. She was just kind of like, you're not going to stop. All right. I disagree, but I'm not going to be the one to kill you. Kind of thing. I like the more fuck with your head Black Widow from the comic books. We all know and love. She was more like Catwoman. You know what I mean? She's kind of evolving into something different. I like her character, though. Okay, I should make that clear. I like Black Widow in this movie. Just a matter of time before she gets her own. Or does she even want her own? I saw a Comic Book Girl's review of this movie, and I'm letting that influence me a bit. Stop it. No, I have opinions too. So as you can see, I am in fact a big Punisher fan. I agree with his methods. I should save that for, as I mentioned though, I should save that for another video. I thought they did a good job of making Falcon cool in this movie. Like, you know, one of the things a lot of people were wondering is what's going to be the better interpretation of Quicksilver. Like, when Age of Ultron came out, people were wondering who's going to be the better Quicksilver, the X-Men Quicksilver or the Avengers Quicksilver? And obviously the X-Men Quicksilver is way cooler. And one of the things I'm wondering now is who are they going to make cooler? What wing character are they going to make cooler? Falcon in Civil War, or Angel? Is it Angel or Archangel? Or Angel in X-Men Apocalypse? So far, I think Falcon. Fucking diving, rolling and shit, and using his wings as a shield, and he's got that fucking drone that comes out of his backpack. He's got Falcon vision, and I think his tech is pretty cool because that's basically shit he had from the 90s or something, and it looks like it. Another moment I really liked is when they first start running at each other. Like we all saw that moment coming in the trailers, you know, them going full speed. But when they fucking started, that got me really pumped up. I really liked that. But yeah, really liked the movie. 4 stars. I think the Russo brothers make a great fucking Captain America movie. From what I understand, they're going to be directing the Avengers movies as well. I could be wrong. I don't know. I would have gone with the Guardians of the Galaxy director for those ones, personally. But I don't know. I like to see how they do. This movie was really good. Scene was good, where they're in Wakanda. I didn't stay till the very end, so I don't know if there was a second end credit scene. That's the thing with Marvel. You know, there's going to be at least one. I thought they did a good job making Black Panther cool, which is why I wanted to see more of them. I had the same concerns with Ant-Man when that movie first came out, but they totally made him work, and they made Black Panther work too. But yeah, definitely a good movie. Gonna see it 10 times. 10 more times. Can't wait for it to come out on Netflix. It's gonna be one of those movies, like Iron Man, I'll just watch every once in a while. I should have taken the time to come up with a sign-off and a sign-in, I guess. Is that what they're called? A catchphrase? I'll figure that shit out next time for you guys. Subscribe for more shit like this. And I got some other ideas that I want to try. I think it's going to be really cool. I want to get back into YouTube. So, looking forward to that.